The fifth state in the Union, but the first state in our hearts. The state of Connecticut has a long and storied history of success on and off the athletic fields, and 22 Threads is your go to apparel brand for all things CT. Visit the 22 Threads website at www.22threads.com to shop their stores and blue collar football apparel collections now. 10% of each item sold is donated to a local Connecticut nonprofit organization. Look good, do good, because you love CT. All right, joining us heading into to week three here, believe it or not, is Jackson Mitchell. So Jackson, welcome back.
Appreciate you having me back again.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming off the game against Georgia State, let's get that out of the way a little bit. I'm sure a disappointing loss for you guys. What do you think were some of the bigger issues that you had in that game that you've already been working on this week and starting to correct and get ready for the rest of the season here?
Yeah, it definitely didn't go the way we expected for sure. I think we're definitely expecting a very different outcome. As far as defensively, I think it was going well at first. Obviously, we let up that big play for the quarterback, which can't happen. It's something that we're definitely working on, but it was going well at first, and then they got some quick scores before the half, and it's a lot of little things like for us. I know like they were getting explosive plays off little things, undisciplined plays by us, people not keeping their gaps, that type of thing. So those are things that we've just worked to correct because obviously we play another mobile quarterback and a good team this week. So it's just things that you got to correct and kind of take off the film so teams can stop doing that.
I know we've seen now in these two games, both the quarterback at NC State and then the quarterback at Georgia State have given the defense some troubles in terms of their mobility and being able to run around a bit. What are you guys been working on to correct some of that against the mobile quarterback, knowing that a lot of quarterbacks these days will run on you and take off?
Yeah, it's definitely disappointing first, but I think just when it's a passing play or pass rush, like, knowing how to pass rush and keeping our lanes and that type of thing, and knowing when the defensive line is running game, so the quarterback might escape the pocket a little bit because he's getting flushed out. And I think just knowing where your leverage is as well. I know, obviously, there's times where the quarterback's going to escape. You can't keep him in the pocket every time, but when he does, you got to know where your help is and kind of be able to force him and funnel him to your help. So it makes the tackle or the play a little bit easier. Um, then on those like option plays that they were running a little bit is just knowing who you got and being patient and waiting for him to pitch the ball and then rallying to the running back.
Given that you're still only a couple games into the season, how are you feeling about this defense and being able to correct some of these things and really finish, the rest of this season here, 10 games still, relatively strong?
Yeah, I think I'm really confident in our defense. I know we've got a lot of playmakers, a lot of guys that can play football. I think we just got to put it together, and I don't think we've really seen that yet from ourselves. And we're really working on that every day in practice to get better and kind of go harder and focus in more. And we're just asking more of each other because obviously it's something that we really want, and we want to improve on and kind of prove that we're not the defense that you've seen those first 2 weeks.
Has it been tough dealing with, and I know we talked a little bit about this heading into the season, but after last year, when the defense played really well, you come into this season now with those expectations of, hey, you expect to see them at least what they were like last year, if not making strides to become an even better defense. Has it been tough having to deal with some of those expectations this season as you guys work towards improving?
Yeah, it's definitely tough because I think, we expected a lot from ourselves more than other people expected from us probably, and we expected it right away starting game one, and we haven't really seen it. And it's something that we know we're capable of. Obviously, we put it on tape before with a lot of guys that were there last year that are back this year, and we have new additions that only made us better. So I think it's just finding a way to put it all together and knowing what it takes to kind of be that elite defense that we expect to be.
On the flip side of things, looking at things offensively, we saw unfortunately Joe now out for the season, getting hurt in that game,
Mm.
and now it's up to Taquan here to lead things. Having been around him for the past couple of seasons, give us some insight into him and what he brings to this team.
Yeah, Taekwon's obviously a really good player too. He was competing, I mean, pretty all the way up to game one with Joe, and and he brings a lot of confidence, and I think the team has a lot of confidence in him and has his back a lot. Usually as a backup quarterback, you might not have as much confidence. Maybe the team might not have in him, but I think the team really believes in him and knows what he's capable of. Obviously, he has a really strong arm, and he's talented in the passing game and that type of thing. So we could just hope that he can come in and do what he's supposed to do, and I think he's going to.
I mean, we saw last year him go down what, two or three drives into the season. What have you seen out of him as he's worked to get back to this point right now to be the starter heading into this? Because I'm sure it wasn't an easy path for him, having to go down with the injury, battle his way back in, and now here he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a testament to him and who he is. Obviously, he went down with that tough injury and had to work his way back, but he's obviously really resilient and strong, and not getting your position back at first can probably be a little hard mentally. And you see, he kind of just stayed focused and waited for his time to come, and it came earlier than expected for him. And I'm glad he's ready because obviously his time to play now. But he's a really good quarterback, and he's really resilient and strong, and I expect good things from him.
I know in his press conference the other day, Coach Mora mentioned that he hasn't been 0-2 before in his career. What's it been like being around him as he's been working to get you guys back on track here?
Yeah, I think he's pushing us really, really hard. I think obviously we want it for ourselves. We want to win. We want to be a good team and better than we were last year. But he's kind of asking a lot from us because it's something that we need, and we kind of need that push to kind of get over this hump. And we know once we get one, we can really get the ball rolling. But we're just trying to find that first one for sure.
I'm going to take a quick break from the interview to tell you about my friends at Martin Rosol's Meats. This fourth generation Connecticut family business produces kielbasa, hot dogs, sausages, and deli meats using Martin Rosol's very own original recipes. Their products can be found in grocery stores, delis, restaurants, and hot dog stands throughout the state. And if you're looking for your fill right away, check out their retail store in New Britain. For more information, visit martinroselsinc.com and go support a UConn fan-owned business. And now, back to the interview. What is the feelings like around the team and in the locker room right now? Because I know, again, we talked about some of these expectations coming into this year. Obviously, wants to start 0-2, but now where you are, is everyone still feeling pretty confident in being able to move forward and take this team to the level that people were thinking it would be heading into the season?
Yeah, I think after that first game or after the game, on Sunday, it stung a little bit and people were still kind of thinking about it. You could tell they were still thinking about it and wondering kind of what happened because that's not how we expected the game go at all. But now since practice has started on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've kind of forgotten about that and moved on to FIU and how we can win that game and improve and get this ball going. But yeah, I don't see any more hangover from anything like that or guys losing confidence or anything. I think the team is in a good spot and excited to kind of get that first win and get our confidence going again.
Yeah, it's got to be nice too, knowing you're coming home now and you're home for a few weeks here. You get a nice
Yeah.
little home stretch of games here at this, kind of perfect football weather, coming the rest of
Mhm.
the way here. As you get ready for FIU, what have been a few things, that you've been keying in on heading into this matchup against them?
Yeah, I think they started playing a freshman quarterback, but you can just tell, I think he came in the first game and then he started their last two because they played week 0. But you could tell, like, just over the course of the games, he's gotten more confidence. And this last game, they obviously put up some points against North Texas, so you can definitely tell he's getting confident in the offense and comfortable. And they're doing some things with him to make sure he's comfortable. And I think it's us, like our job is defense to make the quarterback uncomfortable. Any team we play. So I think that's something that we want to do. And obviously, they have some talented players, at running back again and receiver, where the past 2 weeks we've seen got teams that can run the ball. I think that they're going to try to do that again as well.
When you're looking to get back on track here, how big is it to have a home game now and then knowing that you've got a few more coming up?
Yeah, it's definitely huge. Obviously we played really well at home last year. I think we only lost one game at home last year. So for us to be back at home, be comfortable and in the hotel we're always at and that type of thing is really good for us and gives us a chance to kind of, be comfortable where we're at and we know what it's going to be like at the stadium and what the field is going to be like on game day. And we play at 3:30 now, so we don't got to wait around for the game.
Yeah.
So I think it brings definitely brings a lot more to the game, and we're definitely excited for it. I think we're just ready to get out there and play for sure.
You mentioned the 3:30 start, so I'll throw this out there. It seems like it's usually like noon, 3:30, or 7-ish. Like rank the times that you like in terms of game start.
Um, if it's like I don't really like night games at all, really.
Okay.
So I'll put that at 3. And then I would probably put 3:30 as at the top, just because I think it's the perfect time. Like the sun's still out a little bit, still warm, but by the end of the game, it might be going down a little bit, and you kind of get that night game atmosphere a little bit if it's a good game or a good opponent and that type of thing. But 12's not bad either. I don't mind 12. I get up early anyways and kind of get the game going. You don't have to
Yeah.
wait around to play the game. You wake up, you eat, and you go to the stadium.
Yeah, I feel like the night ones are always tough in terms of having to wait around all day, and you just
Hmm.
want to get out there and play, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, we'll wrap with this. We talked enough about this team being able to bounce back. Giants back and back bouncing back against Arizona this week.
Yeah, I definitely turned that one off. It was a tough one to watch. But I keep telling everyone it's week 1, so hopefully the Cardinals aren't too good. I mean, they played pretty good last week for having a backup quarterback, but hopefully they can bounce back versus them and get their season rolling too.
I know that everyone, who plays college football always dreams about getting to go to the NFL, but now you in your last year here, when you're watching NFL games, does it hit a little different that like, hey, next year, like that's gonna be me out there?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think about it a little bit, especially, having teammates now that are going. I know
Yeah,
more people that are at that level. Obviously, I was on the phone with Brendan last night and I was talking with him about the Bucks and how he's doing there. So it's definitely exciting feeling, but just trying to stay focused on getting some wins here first.
awesome. Well, Jackson's always appreciate it. Best of luck against FIU, and we'll be back next week to recap that one and get ready for Duke.
Thank you.